Akshay, this action by the Trump administration has raised eyebrows both domestically and internationally. Get us a sense of how do you expect the protests to proceed, or for that matter, how do you see the situation unfold from here on?
Well, the situation from here on there are two ways. First would be about the policies of the Trump administration that have in fact led to the protest, to find a solution for also people who are living legally to not be harassed as far as these raids are concerned. That has been the primary concern of many of the people who have been protested or who in fact initiated the protest. But also there is another aspect to it, that many of the people who are actually who have in fact actually entered US illegally, there has to be certain action, and there has to be accountability as far as how so many people have been entering into the country without any accountability as far as the government is concerned. So a middle path has to be found. The Trump administration has to talk to the protesters, and this has been in fact a long-standing demand as well ever since these kind of raids started. The states such as California, who have Democrat governors and senators, they have been raising this issue as far as the kind of action that's been taken. It's not only unjustified, but also it's an overreach as far as the administration is concerned when it comes to raids, when it comes to checking people, passerbys, pedestrians who are being questioned or who are in fact who have been detained according to some sources as well. That there has to be a middle ground found. There have to be some strong policies against illegal immigration. That is not only a problem of the US, the entire world faces it. Entire world deals with it in a certain manner. Many of the countries have successfully dealt with it as well. For example, many countries in Europe have been giving incentives for people to go back. So there has to be some kind of solution. It cannot be a forceful solution, because the number of immigrants who have actually entered the US is also in large numbers. So it is not an action, it's not a solution that can be found with a deploying of the National Guards like it has been done by the Donald Trump administration. Because if you shoot people, many of the people may also shoot back because of the Second Amendments of the US, but also it can create to a chaotic situation across the country. Because many of the people who are legally staying there, they also have relatives or other known people, friends and family members who have illegally entered or who have overstayed their visa. So any kind of forceful action is only going to deteriorate the situation. But as far as the Trump administration is concerned, while they are right in trying to stop the illegal immigration, the way that they have chosen, especially through raids, is a highly controversial one, which doesn't seem to be paving way for any kind of solution as far as this menace of illegal immigration, especially in the US, is concerned. Back to you.
All right, Akshana, this is for the first time that a president has called in the National Guard without the state's request or consent in decades. Added to this, we've also seen how California Governor Gavin Newsom has sternly opposed it. How do you analyze, this, the domestic politics, and also the stance of how Donald Trump will be facing the domestic crisis, the domestic opposition, to be precise?
Well, the decision to not consult the Senate or the kind of allegations that are being raised against Donald Trump is precisely happening because Donald Trump did not want to take any kind of risks of being stonewalled by the opposition, especially the Democrats, who also would have tried to get some Republicans on their side, especially in the states where the population has a significant chunk of people who have come in from Mexico or from South America or other parts of the continent. So it could have been stonewalled. The administration, while has taken action, there are opposition to it, and it can clearly go to the courts of the US. Whether or not these actions will stand is going to be a prerogative of the court, because the administration has already given their decision, and if there is anything illegal in it, the opposition is likely to move to the courts. But as far as the homegrown this entire domestic politics is there, it is going to continue. But obviously, because it has been a bone of contention between the Democrats and the Republicans for several years, and especially with the MAGA, which is the entire cult behind Donald Trump. They have been asking for stern action, in fact even military options, on certain occasions, especially deploying of US military on the US-Mexico border. So these kind of extreme steps that have been taken can be reviewed by the judicial process there.
All right, Akshay, now illegal immigration is one issue which Donald Trump had pitched for right in the beginning to end this menace. For our viewers, help us understand the severity or the magnitude of this menace, illegal immigration for the US to tackle. How challenging is it?
Well, it's quite challenging because you have, millions of people who are living without visas, without proper documentation. Many of those have also been called criminals by not the local level politicians, but the U.S. president himself, who has said that some of the worst lots are coming into the U.S. But to find a solution to this long-standing problem is going to be a difficult one.
All right, thank you, Akshay, for joining in with those details.